Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Nest English, where learning English is easy and fun. I am Emily.
And I am Ollie. Hello, Emily. Hello, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here with you all today.
It is so great to have you here, Ollie. Now, before we start, I want to ask you something very simple. Tell me about your morning. What does your morning look like?
My morning. Okay. Honestly, my morning is a negotiation between me and my alarm. And the alarm usually wins, but not without a fight.
A negotiation with your alarm. That is one of the most accurate descriptions of a Monday morning I have ever heard.
It rings at 7. I'll look at it. I consider my options. I hit snooze. It rings again at 7:10. I consider my options again. And then somewhere around 7:20, I accept the reality of the situation and I get up.
And that exact experience, that very human experience of arguing with your alarm clock every single morning, is exactly what today is about. Because today we are teaching you how to talk about your daily routine in English. Not the textbook version, the real version.
The version that sounds like an actual person living an actual life. Not a grammar exercise in a school book from 20 years ago.
Exactly. Because most English learners describe their daily routine with sentences like, I wake up at 7. I have breakfast. I go to work. I come home. I go to sleep.
All correct. All completely flat. All completely forgettable.
And today we're going to upgrade every single one of those sentences into something warm and natural and real. Let us start at the very beginning, the moment your day starts.
The alarm. The most important and most dreaded moment of the entire day.
Instead of I wake up at 7, you say my alarm goes off at 7. Goes off is the natural phrase for an alarm starting to ring. My alarm goes off every morning at 7 without mercy.
Without mercy. That is exactly how it feels. And after the alarm, there is that very specific moment most learners never describe. The lying in bed moment.
Yes. The moment between the alarm going off and actually getting up. And in real English, you say I spend about 10 minutes just lying there trying to convince myself to get up.
Trying to convince myself to get up. That is such a natural and honest phrase. And every single person listening right now has had exactly that experience this morning.
Every single one. And when you finally do get up, the first thing most people do is head to the bathroom. Head to means move in the direction of. I head to the bathroom. I head to the kitchen. I head out the door.
Head to is so much more natural than go to in casual conversation. I head to the kitchen to make coffee instead of I go to the kitchen to make coffee. Subtle difference. Big impact.
Now breakfast. Because this is where daily routines get very personal.
Very personal. Because some people have a whole beautiful morning ritual around breakfast. And some people grab whatever is fastest and eat it standing up over the sink.
I am one of the standing over the sink people on busy mornings.
Grab something quick is the perfect phrase for that. I grab something quick before I head out. Grab means to take something fast without much thought or preparation. And head out means to leave the house.
And if you have a proper breakfast and sit down for it, you say, I sit down for a proper breakfast. Proper means real and complete, not just a biscuit grabbed on the way to the door.
2 boiled eggs, toast, coffee, everything in its right place. That is a proper breakfast.
Now the commute, getting from home to work or school. And this is where so much interesting English lives.
Instead of I go to work, you say, I make my way to work. Make my way sounds like a journey with intention, not just movement from one place to another.
I make my way to the office by 8. I am usually on my way by 6:30. I head into work around 8:30. All much more natural than I go to work at 8.
And for describing how you get there, I take the bus. I jump in a car. I walk if the weather is nice. Jump in the car is such a casual, natural phrase for driving yourself somewhere.
Now, everyone, if you're enjoying this conversation, please give this video a like and subscribe to Fluent Nest English. We make real English conversations every single week.
Yes, please subscribe. And tell us in the comments, what does your morning routine look like? Use your new phrases. We want to read every single one.
We love reading your comments. Now, let us talk about the workday itself. Because so much of a daily routine happens between 9 and 5.
Or between 8 and 6 if you're having one of those weeks.
During the workday, instead of I work all day, you can say I get stuck into things around 9. Get stuck into means to start working on something with energy and focus. I get stuck into my emails first thing.
First thing means the first activity you do after arriving somewhere. First thing in the morning. First thing when I get to the office. First thing means immediately and as the first priority.
And for meetings, instead of I have a meeting, you say I have got a meeting at 2. Or I am tied up in meetings most of the afternoon. Tied up means your time is occupied and you are not available for anything else.
Tied up in meetings. That phrase perfectly captures the feeling of being in one meeting after another with no escape.
And when the working day ends, instead of I finish work, you say I wrap up around 5. Or I call it a day at 5:30. Wrap up means to finish and complete everything. Call it a day means to decide you are done working for the day.
Call it a day. Such a satisfying phrase. You look at everything. You decide you have done enough. And you call it a day.
Now the evening, which is where daily routines become very personal and very different from person to person.
Some people go to the gym. Some people cook elaborate meals. Some people sit on the sofa and do absolutely nothing and feel wonderful about it.
All completely valid evening routines. And in natural English, you describe the evening like this. I get home, and the first thing I do is get changed. Get changed means to change out of your work clothes into something comfortable.
Getting changed the moment you get home is one of life's great simple pleasures. Work clothes off, comfortable clothes on. The day is officially over.
And then for dinner, instead of I cook dinner, you say I throw something together for dinner. Or I rustle something up. Both mean to make food quickly without much effort or planning.
I rustle something up. That is such a warm, casual phrase. Like you're a resourceful person who can always find a way to feed yourself with whatever is in the fridge.
And to wind down in the evening, instead of I relax, you say I unwind in front of something. Or I have a quiet evening. Or I just potter around the house. Potter around means to do little things at home gently, without any specific plan.
And finally going to sleep. Instead of I go to sleep at 10, you say I tend to turn in around 10. Or I'm usually in bed by 10:30. Tend to means it is your general habit most of the time. Turn in means to go to bed.
Now, let us do a complete practice.
Ollie,
Walk me through your entire day using everything we learned today. Real natural English. From alarm to pillow.
Okay, my alarm goes off at 7. I spend about 10 minutes lying there trying to convince myself to get up. I head to the bathroom, grab something quick for breakfast because I am usually in a rush, and I make my way to work by 6:30.
That is such a natural morning already.
keep going.
I get stuck into things as soon as I arrive. First thing I deal with emails. Then I'm usually tied up in meetings most of the morning. I try to wrap up by 5, but sometimes I end up calling it a day closer to 6.
And the evening.
I get home, get changed immediately. That is non-negotiable. I rustle something up for dinner, unwind in front of something for an hour, and I tend to turn in around 10:30. 11 if I fell down a rabbit hole with something on my phone.
That is a complete natural English daily routine from beginning to end. Every single phrase we taught today used naturally in one flowing description.
Let's do a quick summary of all the key phrases. My alarm goes off. Trying to convince myself to get up. Head to. Grab something quick. Head out. Make my way to work. Get stuck into. First thing. Tied up in meetings. Wrap up. Call it day. Get changed. Throw something together. Rustle something up. Unwind. Potter around. Tend to. Turn in.
18 natural phrases. All completely real. All used by real English speakers every single day to describe the ordinary, beautiful rhythm of their lives.
Well, everyone, that is all for today's episode. We hope your daily routine in English sounds completely different now from how it sounded before you press play.
Please do not forget to subscribe to Fluent Nest English and like this video. And share it with a friend whose English routine needs an upgrade. These phrases will help them immediately.
And leave us a comment below. Walk us through your morning using your new phrases. We read every single one, and we genuinely love hearing from you.
We love reading every single one. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye. And whatever your routine looks like today, we hope it is exactly what you need.